Once you taste it, baby, right here you'll return to die. Since 62, summer had to greener pastures. In the Big Apple, they want a bite. Though for 50 years, we could have gone faster. To build a nation, we have to fight and fight. I love my country. I shall put it away before party, just like Javi Boris. Oh no. And I love Trinbago, not Trini to the bone, but the marrow. So when them stormy dark clouds want to threaten white, black and red, tell them tread. Until we get real serious, remove the drugs and all them cokeheads. You see me, I want to see Trinbago moving ahead. I agree, we are still a paradise, built byways to highways, but progress came with a price. Although we excel in culture and sports, along the east-west corridor, our youths they pack up courts. Tell me, what is this great fatal attraction? This love affair that they have with crime. Now one by one they fall a daily extraction. We've got to save our youths while they're in their prime. Teach them to sing.
This is
Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for your continued grace and blessings. Lord, today I ask for clarity that only you can bring. When everything feels noisy, confusing, and overwhelming, your peace is what I seek. Lord, be my center in the midst of the storm. When my mind is consumed with worry and doubt, lead me to your still waters. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
We, the people want hope, opportunities, security, and respect. The people want justice. The people want the truth.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hear the truth with Ombudsman Harvey R. Boris, the voice of truth. Can you handle the truth?
I love my country.
Looking for that perfect accommodation? Well, come to Caribbean Tourist Villa, located at number 7 Methuen Street, Port of Spain. All our rooms are equipped with AC, internet, and access to our lovely pool. Whether you're looking for a personal getaway or family accommodations, Caribbean Tourist Villa is exactly the place to be. Enjoy the ambience of staycation, luxurious rooms, and a well-trained staff. Call us now at 623-9164, 797-2858, or contact us at caribbeantourist.villa@gmail.com. Caribbean Tourist Villa, where your magical moments begin.
Looking for the perfect place to call home? Discover Hermosa Vista, East Trinidad's newest luxury townhouse development. Developed by Eastern Credit Union and meticulously managed by EPL Properties Limited, this remarkable new commercial and residential community, located along San Pedro Trace in Valencia, offers the perfect blend of convenience and style. Don't miss out on owning your dream home. Visit EPLPropertiesLimited.com or call 225-4375 extension 5324 or 5321 today. Hermosa Vista, where luxury meets convenience.
Welcome to Alicia's Palace, your gateway to relaxation, adventure, and excitement. Nestled in the picturesque Lady Chancellor Hills overlooking Port of Spain, we cater to both tourists and locals seeking an unforgettable staycation experience. Our rooms are designed to provide the utmost comfort, ensuring you have a restful and rejuvenating stay. Pamper yourself in our jacuzzi room or enjoy fun-filled moments in our 2 outdoor pools. You can unwind in our bar and lounge or embark on thrilling island tours and experiences. Planning a wedding or special function, our 300-capacity event facility is the ideal choice to create lasting memories with your loved ones. You can also choose from exciting packages like single-day and overnight packages with your special someone. To book your tropical escape, call us at 624-8553 or WhatsApp 3173843. You can also email us at info@aliciaspalace.com or visit our website at aliciaspalace.com for more details.
Do you suffer from diabetes or high blood pressure, or just in need of a general checkup? Look no further. Visit Batson & Associates Limited, your holistic health experts, for your personalized program of solutions with a range of premium products and services tailored to suit your needs. Come and experience transformative healing with our team of specialists in natural and integrative medicine. Visit us or give us a call today at 222-8261 or 314-9975 and begin your journey to optimal health. And remember, if you think health is expensive, try sickness.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
We, the people want hope, opportunities, security, and respect. The people want justice. The people want the truth.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hear the truth with Ombudsman Harvey R. Boris, the voice of truth. Can you handle the truth?
I love my country.
Welcome, Trinidad and Tobago. Indeed, it is a signal honor, a privilege to come into your homes and hopefully into your hearts. Today I start the program with the great words as usual. At the count of 3, wherever you are, say it with me. Are you ready, TNT? 1, 2, 3. I love my country, Trinidad and Tobago. I tell you, we are blessed, we are protected. Yes, I love my country, and so must you. And before I go any further, talking about love of country. Yesterday, when I finished my television program here on Synergy, The Hot Seat, I went on I-95.5 to do my radio program, The Voice of the People. For yesterday, I was motivated to pray for this nation, this land. Yesterday, I was motivated to touch the hearts of each and every one. Yesterday, I was motivated that none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, but we must be there for each other. Yesterday, I felt the need, the desire to touch each other and take us possibly to a space that's a bit higher. Yesterday, I truly felt the inspiration of the Father. Not knowing when we started the program and the program prior to mine with Darian Marcel, where he called people to come to the Lord and pray for our land. And I came on at 6 o'clock with my program, again calling on the Lord God to have mercy upon us, to protect us, to keep us, to look after each individual, motivation, inspiration, not knowing while we were praying that our closest neighbor, Venezuela, was experiencing an earthquake of tremendous magnitude. On the Richter scale, it was 7.2, some people say 7.1, 7.2, the first earthquake. But the second earthquake was even greater, 7.5 on the Richter scale. 7.5. Over 100 buildings have been demolished or, well, terribly shaken. And these are tall apartment buildings, over 100. So far, over 100 something persons have been killed. Lord have mercy. Have been killed. In addition to that, hundreds and hundreds have been injured. This is a time for us to understand that we must be our neighbor's keeper. And as small as we are, we need to reach out to Venezuela in a sincere and proper manner and offer our sincere desire to help. For indeed, the Prime Minister of Barbados personally reached out to the President, the acting President of Venezuela. And I now take the opportunity to call upon our Prime Minister, not just to the diplomatic channels, but to let bygones be bygones. Reach out directly to your counterpart in Venezuela. Say, listen, the past is the past. Listen, this is a tragedy. And what can we in Trinidad and Tobago do? Because we are here for you at this point in time. We are here to help you get organized, rebuild, and refine. What can we do? Prime Minister, the ball is in your court. Reach out, I say. I, Harvey R. Boris, as a former diplomat, a former senator, I'm asking that you put aside the differences and reach out directly in this time of urgent need to your counterpart in Venezuela. Whatever we can do, let's do it for the people of Venezuela. Wonderful indeed. Trinidad and Tobago, with that in mind, let me show you some of the situations before I go further with the program. Some of the situations in terms of what has happened in Venezuela to show you how terrible this disaster has been for the people of Venezuela. Remember, as I prayed last night on national radio, and as my colleague before got people to offer prayers, probably the prayers that we were offering was going directly to the ears of the Father, the God, the Creator. Probably prayers that we were offering and the thousands of people who probably were praying in their own homes, probably this is what helped to protect us from this negative situation that could have destroyed a very good nation. So probably our prayers didn't go in vain. And prayers are never in vain. For us to remember that through God, all things are possible. And through Him, we survive. Director, let's see a little of what transpired in Venezuela. Bring it on.
Positivo, positivo. Que me dé la vuelta. Ya. Mira. Que se venga. Ustedes también.
Este se vino abajo. Se vino abajo. Un incendio grande.
Nada, no veo nada.
Salió la carretera, La Redonda, Morón.
Bueno, cuando bajamos el escenario era de película de terror. Estuvimos ahí por encima de los escombros y todo. La conserje con la bebé y todos los vecinos bajando, pero los de este edificio solo he podido ver que han salido una familia.
Mira los delfines, mira, 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 mira. Pero al frente. Esto. La familia.
Edificios, se cayeron edificios, miren cómo está eso, se acaban de caer edificios. Está temblando, wow, wow, wow.
And there you have it. Scenes of the damages in Venezuela. Things that we wish on no one, we are seeing it in Venezuela. We pray God that this terrible ordeal that the people of Venezuela are now experiencing, as dreadful and as sad as it is, they'll be able to cope, recover, and rebuild. We send our heartfelt sympathy to the government and the people of Venezuela, and to hope by the grace of God you recover and you go from strength to strength. May God go with you. So we continue to say, Trinidad is blessed. I did not know that during my prayer for my country, devastation would have hit our region like it did. And of course, possibly the prayers of myself and many others would have beaconed the light that saved us from destruction. I pray God, every one of us understand. I pray God. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to love this country. We have to be one in this country. We have to put aside our differences. Yes, we have, when we go to church, differences. And that's understandable. But we can still be friends or respect one another. When we go to our political parties, differences. But we can still respect one another. When we look at the color of our skin, the hair on our head, differences. But we can still respect one another and make this country a better place. I pray God. So ladies and gentlemen, with that in mind, I urge you to love your country, love your community, and love your street. Wherever you live, love where you live. It's your street. It's your street. Make the best of your street. And on your street, do whatever you can. Form a community group. Do something positive on your street. Do something positive to help the community on your street. Do what you can on your street. On your street. Trinidad and Tobago, do it. And do it from your heart on your street. And if you can't do all that you're supposed to do, I need help, you can call in these wonderful people. Call Kevin, and they will come, cut down your big tree, prune your tree, trim your tree. They'll come and do all of that, and they'll move it away also. Call Kevin. Number on the screen, take it down, call them. 283-0308. Call Kevin. They're doing a fantastic job. Call Kevin. 283-0308. Call Kevin. And after you call Kevin and the place looking nice and neat, you're feeling nice, you want to go to a nice, decent, respectable place. A place that have a day pass right now. You come straight to Caribbean Tourist Villa in the Woodbrook area. At Caribbean Tourist Villa, they treat you like family. Caribbean Tourist Villa, make it your home away from home. Remember, they have a day pass now. Inexpensive, affordable day pass. Call them from 10 in the morning to 6 in the evening. Come enjoy the pool, have a room, and that day pass is for 2 persons. Inexpensive and affordable. Caribbean Tourist Villa in the Woodbrook area. The best guest house in Woodbrook is Caribbean Tourist Villa. Come and stay at the wonderful Caribbean Tourist Villa and make it your home away from home. Caribbean Tourist Villa is really the people's choice. Come and stay at the wonderful, the beautiful, the delightful Caribbean Tourist Villa and have a wonderful, wonderful time at Caribbean Tourist Villa and make it your home away from home. Caribbean Tourist Villa is really the people's choice. So you have no choice to stay at a wonderful place. Come and stay at Caribbean Tourist Villa. You will enjoy your stay. You'll have a great time at a beautiful Caribbean Tourist Villa and make it your home away from home. Caribbean Tourist Villa is really a beautiful place. All right. So, you know how I love my country. So, let me take you back in time to June the 15th, 2006. Right now, everybody getting on. They're watching their team. I ain't supporting Argentina. I said loud and clear. I ain't supporting Argentina. Let me stop showing my palm on TV, because now AI could take your palm and take your fingerprint and Lord, all kind of thing. So let me stop showing my palm on national television. But let me tell you, right now, the air is rare, they're coming down. Huh? Actually, I want an African nation to be inside. If not, I'm back in France. If not, I'm back in Brazil. I don't have a clear one country. I want an African nation or an Asian nation, you know. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, or Ghana, one of them, to come inside, or one of the countries from the Asian country, Arabia, one of them country, because I am not fed up. I think you need a change. And that's why I'm saying I supported one of the other countries, besides the regular people. Yes. And this World Cup is so exciting when the underdog showing that he can stand up to the best. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, remember this? In 2006, you remember this? I want you to remember this. Remember this. Director, bring it on. Remember this. Remember this. Wow, wow, and wow again. Remember that? We reach, you know. Now it's time for us to get back there. So next World Cup, I may have to take over the coaching of the side and prepare to do it, to show them some real techniques, as the case may be. I'll have the director as my assistant coach. He know nothing about football, but I go you sure? All right, we're going to see. We're going to show them how to. Next World Cup, TNT, we want a goal. Anyhow, let's talk TNT further. Hearty congratulations, probably picture first. Goes out to Trinbagonian Malik Lewis on being the 60th pick in the 2026 Basketball Association NBA draft, which took place at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York last night. That's the brother. Last night, he was the 60th pick. Hailing from San Fernando, this 6'8" Lewis has been drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks with the pick traded by the Washington Wizards. Lewis spent the last season at the National Basketball League in Australia with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, averaging 7.3 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 2.0 assists and 1.1 steal per game. He has now become the 13th NBL next star to be directly drafted into the NBA. Congratulations for fulfilling the dream. All the best to you on the court and in the NBA career from all of us here in Trinidad and Tobago. Now let's see the actual selection of 6'8" or 6'8" or 6'8", whatever it is. Trinidad and Tobago, yes, Malik Lewis, director, bring it on. Congratulations, bring it on, director. Yeah.
The 60th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Malik Lewis from San Fernando, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix of the NBL. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Mark. Malik Lewis, born in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's go to our international expert, Fran Fraschilla.
Nice 3-and-D guy from Trinidad and Tobago to Spain to Australia. He played for an up-and-coming Southeast Melbourne team. Remember what I said last night about Kareem Lopez? In this league, no autopsy, no foul. Physical league, well coached by an American, Josh King. Congratulations, Malik. You're getting better. He did clear some medical issues with the NBA. Everything looks good. 3-and-D at 6'8".
Yeah, he declared for the 2025 draft. Before withdrawing, he decided to return to Australia, and now he is the final pick in this 2026 NBA draft.
Wow, I tell you, aren't we doing well? Fantastic indeed. Absolutely, positively fantastic. This is what we are talking about. Understanding, ensuring, and believing in what we have done. This is what I'm talking about. Indeed, I'm happy, truly happy for this situation. Yeah. So, with that in mind, you know, on Monday, I spoke with the ambassador for Grenada in charge of the diaspora. Today, we just had a long chat a while ago. He's now on a boat heading from one of the islands to the next islands. Yeah, he's really busy. I want to show you some of the fantastic work that's happening. So all of you who are Grenadian descendants, part of the diaspora, all of you who have Grenadian connection, all of you who want to go and invest in another Caribbean island, Grenada is the place. Right now they're planting back the spice trees because Grenada is the land of spice. They're planting back spice trees all over. And now until the 5th of July, is special celebrations, outings, this, that, the other in Grenada, where they're inviting diaspora and investors to come to Grenada. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll bring on to you the ambassador from Grenada, Mr. Forrester, Ambassador Forrester, will be coming on to show you and to bring to you some of the things happening in Grenada. And after that, we'll have none other than my friend, the doctor like no other, Dr. Batson. He'll be on to tell you your health is your wealth. Stay tuned. Enjoy it. Remember, TNT, I love you all and I love my country. I'm going to find out why they want to go to Grenada so urgently. TNT, I love my country.
My visit yesterday to Carriacou and then today to Petite Martinique has been really, really significant indeed. It was the start of our spice tree planting exercise, which will continue on until we can accumulate 100,000 plus plants throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. So as I indicated before, this has been a vision of now Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell. When he was in opposition, when he was political leader in 2022, he did make this promise to the people of Grenada that he would populate spice trees throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique in order to rebuild the stocks which we lost during hurricanes. So this has now started under Diaspora Homecoming Initiative, and we have just finished now the last leg, which is Petite Martinique, and we're making our way back to mainland Grenada.
Honor for me to be in Petite Martinique. Never in my wildest dream would I have thought that this would have been possible, but it is happening today, and we want to certainly thank Mr. Patrice for allowing his farm to be a model farm for some of the spice trees. And of course, to thank all those whom have contributed to the spice planting, or in fact a replanting process on Carriacou, Petite Martinique, and come Sunday, we'll be doing the same on mainland Grenada. So thank you all, and I want to give a special thank you to the Honorable Tevin Andrew, who is represented here by Mr. Dwight Logan. Yes, and all the representatives from the Ministry of Agriculture, from the GCNA, and all those from the Office of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs. Thank you very much for making this event happen today on Carriacou and Petite Martinique, and to thank the Osprey operators for offering special rates, special fares for us and folks from the diaspora to participate in these events. Thank you, and we will come back in the next couple of months and see how the plants are doing. Is that okay with you, Mr. Patrice?
Okay.
Great, fantastic. I'm wishing, of course, continued rain for Petite Martinique and Carriacou. So far, they have gotten wonderful showers. Maybe the plants knew that rain was going to come and time for them to get into the soil.
Yeah.
So thank you all again, and do have a great afternoon. And we'll be heading back on the boat very shortly, back to Grenada, back to Carriacou, and then on to Grenada. So thank you very much. The representative for the Honorable Tevin Andrew, Mr. Logan. Also wish to recognize representatives from the Ministry of Agriculture, representatives from the GCNA, representatives from the Office of Honorable Tevin Andrew, representatives from the diaspora, students, and all other individuals from Carriacou who are here to celebrate this very special occasion, the replanting of spice trees on Carriacou and Petite Martinique. It is said that Carriacou and Petite Martinique never had spice trees. I don't know how true that is. But plants are being grown in the deserts all over the world. And why can't we do it in Carriacou and Petite Martinique? I want to say a very special thank you to the Ministry of Agriculture and the GCNA for partnering
with the Diaspora Homecoming Committee and Secretariat. And secondly, to also thank in a very special way the leadership that has been shared by the Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development, the Honorable Joseph Anthony, and Permanent Secretary Roxy Hutchinson, of which the Office of Diaspora Affairs operates. So I want to thank them for the leadership in the whole planning of Diaspora Homecoming, which has been a vision and initiative of Prime Minister the Honorable Deacon Mitchell. And as a matter of fact, in 2022, long before he became Prime Minister, he was then political leader of the National Democratic Congress. And during the campaign, he promised the Grenadian people that he will repopulate Grenada with spice trees, having lost so many during Hurricane Ivan, Emily, Beryl, and others. So today is indeed a testimony of his promise, and we're here to put into the soil spice plants that will flourish and grow and will be a legacy of his vision and a legacy indeed of his entire cabinet, and of course for the Honorable Tevin Andrew, because it is on his constituency that we are starting the first replanting of spice trees, taking place on Carriacou and later on in Petite Martinique. On Sunday coming, we will have a massive drive on mainland Grenada, and I'm inviting all the folks from Carriacou to come to Grenada. There are several farms that we have partnered with in order to conduct the planting of spice trees. I want to encourage you to go to our website for details, information as to how to get to these farms. It is homecoming.gd. So check it out, and you will get not just that information, but lots of other information. So the objective is trying to plant 100,000 plants representative of our population, but this is not going to be a one-day event. This is going to be a long-term, continuous plan in order to repopulate Grenada with spice plants. And for the direction and for the care of these plants, the Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with the GCNA and of course the Diaspora Office, we all will be working and looking forward to the long-term care of these plants. The idea is we need to also partner with students, Leo clubs, Girl Guides, cadets, etc., and to get them involved in the care of these plants. So I want to urge the GCNA and the reps from agriculture to engage and encourage our young students to be part and parcel of the exercise. They, I believe, have the energy and the strength to probably water these plants during the dry period so that they too can feel part and parcel of this vision which was expressed in early 2022. So today's exercise is not a long one, but just to say thank you to all of you for coming out and being part of this exercise, and to thank all our partners for collaborating with the Diaspora Homecoming, and to say thank you to the Honorable Tevin Andrew for having his representative here today to participate. Thank you, Ms. Isaac, and thank you all very much.
Suffer from diabetes or high blood pressure, or just in need of a general checkup? Look no further. Visit Batson & Associates Limited, your holistic health experts, for your personalized program of solutions with a range of premium products and services tailored to suit your needs. Come and experience transformative healing with our team of specialists in natural and integrative medicine. Visit us or give us a call today at 222-8261 or 314-9975 and begin your journey to optimal health. And remember, if you think health is expensive, try sickness.
Pleasant good afternoon, Synergy family. Yours truly, Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, where we discuss functional medicine, we discuss integrative medicine. Last program, we had a very interesting discussion where we spoke about diabetes, we spoke about neuropathy associated with diabetes, and we also spoke about that whole situation about neuropathy, neuralgia, as well as some of the disadvantages that individuals who are insulin users may experience as a result of being on insulin for an extended period of time. Primarily issues associated with eye damage, vision loss, so things like macular degeneration, bleeding behind the eyes, or what is referred to as detached retina, or even in some instances, glaucoma, which is elevated ocular pressure in the eyes. So that was one of the things that we discussed last week, and that was, of course, based on some questions that were sent. Keep in mind, you can follow us on our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Limited. And on TikTok, we are Batson and Associates. So any one of those handles, you could always follow us, like us, share us, and of course, you're going to have access to more information, the questions, and those type of things. So as regards to today's program, we're just going to touch quickly on prostate issues. And the reason why we're going to touch on prostate issues is because prostate health continues to be a serious issue in Trinidad and Tobago. As a practitioner for the past 15 years, one of the things that I've seen and have treated is a number of issues associated with poor prostate health. Now, the thing is, when you're discussing prostate health, you know, that kind of becomes very shaky for some individuals, because a lot of persons have the perception that the only exam that you can do is a digital exam, which is the finger exam. And that is, of course, not the case. You know, we live in a modern world now. We have so many different types of technology, that type of thing. In fact, over my right shoulder here, you will actually see this screen here. And if you're actually able to see what is there, this is basically a blood sample. Now, if you can really see it, one of the things you're going to realize is that you're not really seeing red, you're seeing more pink, and there are a lot of white spaces in between. Now, in what is known as integrative hematology, integrative, of course, a more holistic approach. The application is not necessarily symptomology based, so it's not a matter that you're being treated for diabetes or you're being treated for hypertension. But what you're really looking at is what caused you to end up with hypertension, diabetes, arthritis, so on and so forth in the first place. So it's a matter of now looking at the root cause of the problem and not necessarily the symptomology. And that is something, especially as it relates to prostate health, because the diagram I'm showing you is an example of a sample that that particular individual had serious issues associated with what is known as BPH, which is benign prostatic hyperplasia, which is, of course, that causes swelling of the prostate. It is an inflammatory condition because usually men can have a number of issues associated with the prostate. It can either be BPH, which is benign prostatic hyperplasia. It could be prostatitis, which is actually infection of the prostate that will now cause swelling. So what you have to understand, excessive swelling of the prostate can be caused by a number of different reasons. So it can be benign prostatic hyperplasia, it can be caused by prostatitis, it can also be caused by prostate cancer. As it relates to the test that is in the back of me here, one of the things, once you see blood looking like that in that particular sample, one of the things that that individual had was severe prostate problems where they actually had an enlarged prostate. So it was something like maybe about 95 cc's, when of course you're supposed to be anywhere in the vicinity of maybe 20, 25, and 30. Now, one of the things we do at Batson & Associates as it relates to integrative prostate consultation is just that. So you may have a challenge where you experiencing things like frequent urinating, because what are the symptoms of enlarged prostate, or what is the body usually telling you, or what are the indicators that the body would give you when you have a prostate problem? Usually you have instances with frequent urinating. You have issues with a very weak stream, so you find that you're urinating, but the force or the power, for want of a better expression, you don't have that again, or it's much weaker. You find, as I mentioned, you have frequent urinating, so you might go to sleep, let's say 11 p.m., but you get up 1 o'clock, you get up 2:30, you get up 3:30, you get up 4:30. That's definitely cause for concern, because regardless of the amount of water that you drink, you're not supposed to be seeing or getting urine in that frequency. It usually is an indication of some sort of prostatic hyperplasia, some sort of inflammation in the prostate. As regards to the different types of tests that can be done for prostate health, as I mentioned, the digital exam is one that is argued by urologists and medical professionals. That's the finger examination, that is a good and a reasonable method of examination. Of course, there are different persons who would agree or disagree. My thing is, and in my experience, where we use things like magnetic resonance analysis, live nutritional blood cell analysis, or what is referred to as integrated hematology. And the reason for that is that blood gives you so much information, because blood touches every part of the body. And this was something I highlighted last program. Blood touches your eyes, your hair, your nostrils, every part of the body blood comes into contact with. And because of the contact that blood makes to those different parts of the body, it is now able to carry information. And regardless of how that information is gathered, whether you do a PSA, which is a prostatic specific antigen, if you do a prostate ultrasound, where we actually now going to see in terms of the size of the prostate and that type of thing. And of course, in your treatment protocol now, when that treatment protocol is started, you have measurement that is taken before, and then of course subsequent to that treatment protocol, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever the case may be specific to you as an individual, then you can compare the results, and of course that will be able to give you indications of improvement or more improvement that may be needed. Right? As regards to the question as to what can cause swelling of the prostate, I did in fact answer that. I'll just reiterate it. So you're looking at different things like benign prostatic hyperplasia, which is the acronym BPH, prostatitis, which is infection of the prostate, which can now cause an enlarged prostate or inflammatory response in the prostate, and of course prostate cancer, which is usually determined by a number of things. You have, of course, the biopsy, which is there are some arguments. Me personally, I agree to disagree with that, because in my past 15 years of experience, I would have seen instances where that approach may have been too aggressive, and the client may have ended up with problems such as infections. They may have ended up with situations where, because of that procedure, the infections will worsen and cause further problems. Because remember, you're going into the body, and once you're going into the human body, you expose the body to two things primarily, which is infection and blood clots, depending on how deep the incision is, so on and so forth. So it depends. Good. So keep in mind again those telephone numbers and locations, even though we discussed in prostate health today. So you may be someone out there who has a situation with your prostate. What I normally recommend you do, walk with your results. So walk with your PSA, walk with your prostate ultrasound, of course the most recent one. If you have prostate ultrasounds, more than one, then walk with them as well, because depending on what your situation is, of course, the more information we actually able to dot our I's and cross our T's. There was another question as regards to the issue associated with prostate, but the issue associated with blood in your urine, because the question was basically asked, if you have blood in your urine, is it an indication of prostate problems? And I would say yes and no, because I have seen in some instances that is in fact the case, where you do see blood in the urine, and of course when they do some sort of urinalysis, some sort of examination, then they would actually be able to tell you that. It could be an indication of some sort of kidney problem as regards to maybe kidney stones. It could be an indication of prostate issues as well, or bladder problems, because of course all those are connected. And if you're seeing blood in the urine, it could be an indication or giving some sort of key indicator that something is in fact wrong. And of course, from where people like myself sit, having been a practitioner for the past 15 years, in all aspects of medicine, whether you're looking at cardiology, endocrinology, in this particular case, urology, there are things that can be done. But of course, a lot of the time, sometimes you need to know what is going on. So men out there, be aware that there are things that you can do to check your prostate. There are things that you could do to actually maintain good prostate health. And that is something, of course, we offer at Batson and Associates. So that would have been as regards to that particular question. Now, let me just shift a little bit. Keep in mind those telephone numbers and locations. Main office, we are at number 98 Main Road, Londonville, Chaguanas. You can WhatsApp us on 314-9975. Again, that is 314-9975. Follow us on our social media. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Batson and Associates. We're discussing health from a natural and integrated perspective. There's one more question I'll take, I believe, based on our time. And that particular question is as it relates to diabetes. Okay, so that would have been one of the things that we touched on. So it's basically, as a diabetic, would you always have issues with detached retina? Now, detached retina, as I mentioned before, is a condition where the retina becomes detached. And as a result of that detachment, you essentially, because it's not supposed to be detached, it's supposed to be attached. So once it's detached, bursts off, or detached as it were, you find it is an instances where you have inflammation at the back of the eyes. Now, the thing is, depending on the ophthalmologist that you go to and the test that is done, there's usually a test done known as an OCT scan. They could also do one known as a visual field test. I remember consulting on a case like about 2 years ago, and the challenge that the person had, they were in a vehicular accident, and because of the impact of the accident, they actually ended up with detached retina. So they have bleeding at the back of the eyes. They brought an OCT scan, and the OCT scan did in fact show some sort of inflammatory response, the various levels of inflammation that person experienced as a result of that particular accident. So the work that we had to do was basically one where we had to provide a treatment protocol, a dietary recommendations as regards to assist that person in improving blood flow to the eye. Now, the people who know me would know that I do not argue. I'm not in the politics of medicine. My job is to get people better. And one of the things that we experienced with that particular individual is that the eyes, they saw significant improvement in the eyes without injections, without surgery, laser. So they didn't have to do laser, they didn't have to do injections, even though that was recommended. But when we really looked at the case, we realized that because of the situation that they had with the poor circulation, the diabetes, the poor circulation to the brain, because one of the challenges that persons who usually have eye problems have. And some ophthalmologists would disagree, and that's fine. But in my experience, I've seen it over and over. You cannot have healthy eyesight and have proper cerebrovascular circulation. So cerebrovascular circulation is circulation where? In the cerebral hemisphere, your brain. So once you have proper circulation in here, it means you're going to have proper circulation in the eyes. So it means things like macular degeneration, glaucoma, which is high ocular pressure. So whether you have open angle glaucoma or closed angle glaucoma, which are the two most common ones, or you have issues associated with diabetic retinopathy or just retinopathy, because non-diabetics can end up with retinopathy or what is known as retinal detachment, it means that you have some sort of inflammatory response in the cerebral hemisphere. Now, TIAs, which is an acronym for transient ischemic attack, can usually be a cause of those type of problems. And that's something that we could actually discuss next week, please God. So keep in mind again those telephone numbers and locations. We are located at number 98 Main Road, Londonville, Chaguanas. That WhatsApp number, you can WhatsApp us again on 314. That is 314-9975. And of course, you can also check us out. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. Davie is the corner of Ramsey Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Davie. And of course, Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. Always a pleasure to be in your company, Synergy family. God bless you. Do enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoon. And next week, please God, we will discuss again health from a natural and integrated perspective. Take care, guys. God bless.